comrades, Premier Rever, and I am back again at my most marvelous city at Neuve Revergrad. And it is looking like we will have another radio station. Kind of a little bit crazy, I agree, but that's okay, right? You can be a little crazy in video games. We have lots of money, even if it's not as much as it looks like because of inflation. In any event, I didn't do too much in between the episodes. If you didn't watch some of the last videos, we're struggling in this town a bit, I think, with workers, maybe because we don't have enough kindergartens. So I assigned that to be built. And I was going around just, I usually do that so I can focus on whatever I want to focus on. I usually go around and just check on how things are doing. And I noticed that we don't have a storage yard here any longer. I don't know when or how that happened, but let's go ahead and delete a bit of road and a bit of railroad just so we can put a storage yard back in. I'm just going to try to delete to there. Let's see. Can't get to it from there. Let's go here where I know I can get to it. So I think this was a large storage yard. Oh, not aggregate storage. Or medium, whatever the heck it is. Should be large. And I guess, this way. Oops. Zoom in. Control. Yeah, I think it was more up this way, but it's not letting me build it. I'm a little concerned. Yeah, let's see. I'm a little concerned about the storage connection and the railroad track being able to reconnect, but let's see. Too close to a road intersection. All right, well, we can get rid of the road. There, be very careful. All right, so you let me do that. Will you let me do this? Oh, that's another. We'll take it. And then the last thing that I'm actually the most concerned about is that too short? No. Okay. I mean, that was largely for our rail, and then the other thing is I don't know what happened to our truck. So let's, now that we know it'll work, we'll commit to all these roads and rails. And I can send this guy to go finish that rail. Now that should probably be electrified at some point. But I don't know. Are we really going to bring trains into here to drop stuff off? We could. But for now, we'll get this guy working on the connections. All right, there we go. Yeah, so that's going to slow this guy down greatly. I guess we should probably even, say we have to, probably be best to just reassign him temporarily to go to up here for steel. Bricks and prefabs and boards. All right, well, that didn't make me overly happy this morning, but in any event. Okay, so that's being rebuilt, and we'll have to get some more trucks going into there. Now, I don't know what happened to the trucks. Yeah, there was definitely be trucks delivering stuff, and they would be, if anything, getting stuff from here. So like this guy, yep, see this guy's sitting there. Now, if they were in there, they might have gotten destroyed. Is that another? Yeah. All right, so let's send these guys over to here, I guess. Just so they're not clogging up the works. And then I suppose the other ones were, oops, not plus. Go to depot. Well, let's see, yeah, because what is this guy doing? Yeah, he's going down to Tagliati, up to Tagliati, however you look at that. What are you doing? Coming back with trucks. Wait. But yet you're just driving back and forth. Right? Why are you driving back and forth? Alright, in any event, I've shut this off. This is another thing I wanted to do. Since we're over here, we might as well do it. Now, part of the problem is I don't really have too much more space for vehicles. I don't want to necessarily take up every single spot, so we really truly are. And I was looking in here, and I thought, something we don't we could just up the number of would be ambulances, and we don't have any ambulances. So let's go ahead and see. And I don't see why we would need a fancy big ambulance. Okay, I really have never seen the benefit. Is one, they're all, you know, this one here is like the cheapest. It's faster. They all carry one patient. You know, like, why would you get this one versus this one unless you like the look of it? I mean, this one, I don't know. We'll just get this one. And then we will go find the ambulance. Yeah, let's set up our... Oh, look at that. It's going to be spitting them out a mile a minute, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess when they fills up, we'll hopefully we'll get back there and we'll do things. So what I'd like to do, mostly in this episode, now that we've taken care of those little problems, is I was taking a look at this. And since I want to sort of focus on this road anyway, before we can really get into Plasticton too much more, I think we need to finish this construction office. But we should be able to level and or do what we need over here by our mechanical components. And, you know, just kind of looking at where we have people, you know, I've designed a lot of houses here. Now we can redo this. Okay, I don't want to mess with that rail line, but I'm wondering, how do we get people to work over there, right? Like, and I'm almost thinking that it would be better maybe to bring like a tram thing like right into here and get rid of these two houses so that we can gather up all these people. I don't think we need that many people. Come down here and look. It's not that many, well, 150, but we really don't need that many mechanical components. And putting, let's see, what kind of houses are these? Yeah, these are relatively big houses. So let's just say we built 2 mechanical component things up here just to go a little bit smaller scale than I normally do or normally have. And I don't want to use up all the thing in the world. Like, that other one is making us plenty of mechanical components. So if we put 2 here, that should be more than enough. And I think we're going to be able to get enough people around this close enough to a train station right here. So let's see, can we... Yeah, let's start destroying some stuff. I guess I can do that this way. And I would destroy this one. I mean, it's not really, no harm, no foul, right? And we'll get rid of the footpaths carefully. So you might have to get rid of that footpath too, but we'll see if it fits in first. And get rid of that rail. And I think I'd want, you know, why not a large train platform? Well, probably because it wouldn't fit. Would be one of the reasons. Yeah, we own a bit, and this is part of the problem with the hill. I think if I got rid of that footpath, but I think I'd also have to get rid of that road. Yeah, and I think I'm okay with that because I don't necessarily want the road crossing the tram or whatever train set or whatever we put in there. So let's destroy some more stuff. Yeah, I think I'll destroy that, and then we'll destroy more footpath. I don't think anybody's really using this footpath. They definitely are using that one, so let's see if we can get away with not destroying that now that we've... No. But, you know, nah, it's really in need of destroying now, isn't it? Yeah, because if anything, I'd want to make it just square like that. I think that would be... Alright, let's... We don't have to be impatient about this. I think... Yeah, we could do something like this. Let's get the Togliatti guys doing that right away. I don't want to cut that footpath off. It seems like a lot of people are using it before we give them an alternative there. Okay, well, we now know we'll have a train station coming out of here, going into there. I don't know that there's going to be that much busyness on this road. Let's see. We want to be far enough away. Like, we could possibly put houses up here. But I don't know that we ever will because I don't know that we'll ever need that many people. So let's put on our wireframe and kind of see what we're dealing with. And then let's do a little bit of leveling. Kind of get a better feel. Even though it looks like it's flat, it doesn't appear to be completely flat. Yeah, see how I'm eating into there a good amount? And before we go too far, let's just see what we can always level from this. Is it in various? No. I guess it would be, I forget where it is. It's been a long time. You would think it'd be near steel mills. No, it's engineering or something, right? No. Good Lord, I can't remember where they put the construction related. No. Food and crops. No. Oil, bitumen, various. Is it in here and I just didn't look hard enough? Yeah, there you go. So I was right the first time. I just didn't know it. Yeah, these are kind of big. Yeah, and then they have nice things. So what we would probably need, do we share an output? I would think that would be better. We could probably share an input as well if we did it intelligently. So like I'm thinking that we put them in a row somehow so that when the train or whatever does come in, you know, one might be back here and then another one a little more forward. If we could think about how we would share this, I would tend to think, yeah, maybe something like this. Let me at least push this in. We'll get the basics laid out, and then I may just level a little bit more off camera just because this isn't too exciting. So we can have enough. So here's what I'm thinking. That we have this. Oops, come forward a little bit. And then we would have, yeah, what does the storage yard look like? I think it's really not what I would want at all. You're not going to get it from there. Open storage. Yeah, I guess we would do medium. And then this would be where we would put things in. And I would probably want like the train to be here, right? With the factory connection where we could connect it. And then we would bring the rail in. Now we could do something like this. Yeah, you know, now that I'm just looking at the limits of this, and then this one's a little bit friendlier to straddling two buildings, right? So here's what I'm thinking. Let's destroy this one for a second. And I think I'm going to level it out a little bit, like I just said, off of, just because it takes so long, and I don't want to chew up too much time. I'd like to get most of this design. So if we were to put this like more over here, what I think I could do is have like the steel train come in like underneath of where I'm at, like in front of this. And then, yeah, see, that would be too far away, but really, you're not, you know what, I could probably even do that. And I don't dislike that. The roads are off to the side. That might work. Oops. Let's see if we can't get, now, do I want to go a little closer? All right, so if I come back to storages, what I'm thinking is, could I get both of those to attach? I'd probably want to be like here, maybe. Oops. So this would be our steel coming in. I've tried to put these, there we go, rail connection, see, like that. This is the one I'm wondering about. Yeah, see that? So we could have steel train or trains coming in here. This is where the steel would be coming from, right? It would come out of our steel mills. We'd have just like a train, one train I think would be probably more than enough, but we might build it so we could have more than one. think we'll just cross this road, and hopefully we don't need a bridge. We could always build one later. And then these things, when we get done with them, like I said, I'm going to go up and level a little bit more. Right, like where you connect. See that? So we could have another train. And again, I don't think we would ever need more than one that could come in here and get mechanical components and then drive around and send them out. Now, it's always a bit of a nuisance when we do this, because if you connect this, how are we going to get people to both of these? I mean, we could have two separate train stops. Or it would be nice if they had like a footpath bridge. Well, I guess we could do a road bridge. All right, they can walk across the road bridge. I don't want to do too much of this fiddly. Yeah, it's not going to like that. Yeah, see, I don't think it's going to like. Yeah, see what I mean? But I could do like a walking path. Like the bridge is slower, but I could just get a bridge over there. Yeah, let's... All right, let me level this out a little bit more. Like, just get it leveled to the outskirts. I don't think I want to go too much closer to that road, even though I think we can come in here. I might level a little bit more just to get a nice sweeping train track in here. We probably should... Yeah, I should probably think about how I'm going to get the train out of this. Let's... All right, so we have the train up here. Do we come around this way, which has got a lot of rock? Or not a lot, but enough that it'll slow my leveling down. So I'm just going to kind of level out this area. I don't care if this is up a little bit more, but just, you know, do things like this and get that so the train can get up here. And then I have to think, you know, it might be better to go around this way, and then we'd have the people train coming in this way. And I'd like to see if I can't... I might fiddle with this and see if I can't get a bridge over this while I'm paused. So let me pause it for a minute and just, you know, just for the sake of getting this all designed in one shot. Sound good? All right, see you in a minute. Okay, back again, and it's a little more leveled out. Nothing too drastic, but I smoothed things out and got things to work, and then I hit the wrong button at one point and almost purchased my bridge. I'm glad I was paused. I think I can unpause safely at this time. Yeah, I canceled the actual purchase of it, so we should be able to reassign it at some point. But I did get a bridge over there. A little awkward, two different pieces, well, three pieces, because when I got over here, I don't know. We're going to be kind of far from a train stop over here. So I really want to put this train stop kind of as close as I can. And I thought we would do that together. So what I'm thinking of is, you know what, I probably need to put a road down first, just so I can see. Oops, didn't I select road? There we go. All right, so I can see where that is. So somewhere right around here, I'd want the train stop to be. Let's see if I can't come back in here and see how tight. Yeah, that's... Yeah, say building in the way, so that's too tight. Now, you know what? Here's what I should probably do. Let's just put down a small train platform. Yeah, like right here, which would be as close as I could get it, right? And then let's see what I can do with... I guess we'll go to this one. Yeah, you know what? I think that's going to be probably good enough, right? We're not going to get it any closer than that. And then, yeah, let's see. Can I just... I was hoping to get this guy to turn right around. There we go. Let's just take a look at what we're dealing with over here. So I'm playing a little bit of time, too, just because I want this to get built, and I also want that storage yard over there to get built. So I think if we... Yeah, I think if we just came straight down this way, we should be okay. Let's 3.5 is a nice... We'll make a nice turn. Nope, a little bit too close. Right. There we go. So now, I was really looking at this, and I was thinking of the numbers. I'm not real sure which houses these are. I do wish it would tell you a little more clearly. Togliatti Flats Prefab 3, but it doesn't really ever tell you exactly what kind of flat you're going to build there. Like, you sort of have to look at that image and then line it up, which wouldn't it be nice if they just told you, you know, if we go into, oop, that's equipment. You know, I think it's these. Certainly, yeah, I think it is these, but like, you know, I guess they don't really give them names too well either, do they? Like, why don't they call them something a little bit better? But in any event, I was sort of looking, so let's assume they are these. That's 189 workers for math purposes. So we need, there's 150. Now again, we don't need 150 in each of these, so that's 300 between the two. 300 would be 900 people we'd want to get. Now we'd have one here that we could get. And I don't want to get too far away from this. We have like a, I think this is another kindergarten over here. And so this would be, let's just call it 600, right? We'll do a little rounding down. And then this would be 200 each, right? 600 in here. And then there's another one. Yeah, so these, if we could catch these, it should be about enough people. But I'm not feeling, and then, well, we have these extras down here too. So at some point we might consider a bus stop. What is the, oh, that's another house. Yeah, let's just say. So I was wondering if I really liked putting this right here, because it kind of keeps people further away from the other things. Like right now we definitely have to do something to get these people up to the cinema. So let's just see what happens when this road gets built and we can build that station. So I guess I am liking it a little bit. Now the other thing, when I build these, I really don't like anything to interfere. So I really like the loop. Now this one isn't so far away. Like, I don't like that they backtrack, because they really kind of cause traffic if we put too many trams on here or whatever. So I was hoping to be able to maybe get a train track like out this way. Like, let's see, can we go? Yeah, let's just do this. Like, this would be the little bit coming out. We're not going to be able to make that turn. I guess the best thing to do would be, can we build it? Yeah, let's just build this long. Really? Let's see, can we disconnect just that little tiny bit? No? Okay. Oh, I almost made a mistake. Too sharp of turn. Yeah, so that would... I definitely made that kind of sharp. Now, could we get... Yeah, that's going to push this whole thing out anyway. And if we push the whole thing out anyway... Now, do we really need a big train platform? Yeah, it's really not liking being too close. You know, I don't really dislike that necessarily either. Let's see, can we get this guy to loop back in there? Yeah. And then what I could do, maybe... Oh, I saw a green flash. We could just run parallel to this one. And is this going to make sense? So, you know, right-hand rule would have them coming out this way and returning the other way, which is a little bit of a longer trip. We could do the British rule, which I've actually kind of got, I don't want to say complaints about, but, and by the British rule, I mean left-hand drive. I don't really have a problem with them being the opposite drive, as long as I, is that really going to do that to me? You know what, why don't we cheat it a little bit anyway, because... There we go. I'll delete this little bit. All right, and then this one. So in other words, I don't think it's... Like, if we did it, I guess we could always switch it around too, right? So if you do this and this, you can usually get a nicer turn, I've found. Again, going about 3.5 out. So there's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go from like here. Thank you, game save. Right when I was about to... Right, and delete that bit and that bit. It doesn't make, well, a little bit of a wonky turn, but not too bad. So that would be our train loop. So in other words, I'd like it to be left-hand drive, just because if you look how short the train trip is, like who cares how long it takes them to get back? And we could even use that. So I think I may make this right-hand drive. Now another thing we're going to need is a way to get in there and do construction. So let's... But that's a long S-turn. Can we do a little shorter S-turn maybe? Oh, look at that graphics thing. All right, so let's put a signal. Yeah, I guess we'd put a signal in, right? Isn't that the rule? And then, right, so that way at least, yeah, we're gonna have to come up the wrong way on that track. So we should probably change these signals. It shouldn't affect trains coming through. It should just allow this guy to, these guys to get in and out on that one-way track. And then the other thing we should probably do, yeah, you know what? I'm going to chain all of these. So if there's a train anywhere in between, it won't let the next train through. So if this guy gets in here to come up and do construction, you know, like this train would have to have stopped at that point. And then eventually we could, well, we have to, yeah, well, we'll have to figure out how we can get trains in here. This might be the way. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. So we have a passenger loop up to here. Is this going to be close enough? Let's take our handy dandy substation measure. Yeah, 150, but they got to go around the loop there. So let's hope, yeah, let's hope that they can get there. Like if we came to here, that's 226. So it's going to be awful close, but I think they'll get in there. We do have good footpaths, and we don't, yeah, this road will actually connect this up for construction. And then the other thing I guess we need is a road for construction, if nothing else. So let's get like a regular paved road. I don't want to mess up that. Yeah, let's come here and bury our thing a little bit, right? So I'll let them finish that road so it doesn't break up their thing. Does this really need to be a paved road? I don't tend to think so. I think I'm going to change it back to gravel in a half a second here. All right, let's delete this. Yeah, let's go with the gravel road because it's, I don't really, we can always pave it if we really wanted to bring trucks directly into here. But I don't want trucks coming in because if nothing else, it controls the import and export if we do it all by train. So there we go. So now, yeah, we need to get a construction road over to here. I think I'm going to just attach it this way. We'll do another gravel road. And then really this road, we can break, does not need to be, oh, you know what, I need to, yeah, I think that'll be fine. I hope that didn't mess up anything. Like, in other words, I don't, yeah, so we get construction into here, construction into here. Again, I don't want to mess up the road thing yet. And then we can get construction over this bridge. Take a little while, but we'll get it up there. Let's see. So then next thing we need is the railroads in and out of this area. So let's head over here and, oh, let me go get that. I'll be right back. Oops, I forgot to turn that off. Okay, so anyway, let's let's head over here. So this train, yeah, let's leave enough so we can leave a signal. And we'll do two because we're wealthy. I want like one in and one out, even though I really think this will just be a single train. Let me come a little further so we can wrap right around that hill nicely. All right, and then you can see I already figured this would be where I would go. All right, and then this one would come out here. Yeah, I think well, that I didn't really figure on that big, huge hill, did I? I mean, if we came in right here, it won't take that long to clean this up a bit. So we can get a track in there at a little better of an angle. Now, will they need to go both ways? Probably. So if so, we want to make this like nice and big. Now this, yeah, you know what? I don't want to mess up the world, but I think I'm going to destroy this and just pay for some track reattaching it. As much because I'd have to change all this signaling and it'd call 45 minutes of issues. So I'm going to just destroy this building. It doesn't have anything in it. It doesn't have any power supply. I never probably even used it. And then let's come over here. Whoa. Okay, let's let it finish. There we go. All right, and then we can commit to all of our railroad tracks, unfortunately, and I can fund that and fund this. Right, like that would just be a massive project to redo this, and it's not too far. I guess I could have done it, but feeling that way this morning, feeling a little froggy. And then what that does, I guess I can leave that road there. What that does is let me come up to here and yeah, let's think about this. So that guy will, I don't really want that so close to there. Yeah, what I'm thinking, you know, I could probably even leave, would this look interesting if I came to like here? Nah, it's not going to really follow that. All right, and so this would be allow them to come in and out from either direction. We do something like this. Let's cut this guy off. I'm just going to run that long for a second. And I can. Now, the problem that I have with that is it would really only allow for one train in and out of here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it a little bit different, at least in the planning. So we're going to come down here longer. You know, why don't we come down here straight and do... Well, I don't want to get into my intersection. Yeah, I'd like to be after this intersection. I don't know if this makes a whole lot of sense. Let me put a signal in just to make sure we have enough room for a signal. Because, yeah, I think I could... I don't think this components train need to be that big. And again, I think I'm overkilling it because I like to overkill it. Yeah, we'll come like here and... Right, so like we could get a second train in here. And it could potentially sit in between here and here, though that is awful short, isn't it? Well, we could just limit the size of the train. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get a signal. No. That's a problem. Like, in other words, that's going to be like too short. Well, on the other side of it, I don't know that this is any worse. Like, in other words, let's design this other part of this. So we would... So I'm gonna. All right, so like that would come out like this, and then this is why I leveled this little bit. And we kind of want to make this nice and long so that we can get trains off of the tracks, even if there's a little bit of traffic. All right, and that would let them go either or way that way. Probably need to, well, we'll need to signal that up, even if it's just temporary signaling it up. Yeah, you know what, because we do have trains actively. All right, so chain in can be a regular. Chain in. Yeah, I think this can be regular too. Regular out. Regular out, and I'll just put doubles here. Might be a little hard to get that constructed unless we have a loop. All right, see, this is going to cause problems because even though it's not constructed, it still takes it for. Yeah, this one we'd want two-way. This one we'd want two-way. This will probably just be a big mess anyhow. So, yeah, this would be a chain. Now this could be regular, right? Yeah, because there shouldn't need to be any construction cranes going up that way. Yeah, so as far as getting this constructed from this side, I guess we could theoretically send them in over from there. All right, and then the reason for doing that is I don't want to make this intersection too complicated, but can we come like, you know what I think I want to do? Let's, and by the way, I'm fiddling because I enjoy it. So it's all good. Yeah, let's do like this, right? And then I'm thinking, can we just, this one would have to dive into here. Yeah, am I making this too short? Well, I could do, I could go back a little bit. Let's go even one more extra. Can we come in? All right, let's make it look like it's a separate track at least. But yeah, that's a lot tighter. Now, will this guy... All right, and then we could treat that as just one. Yeah, let's go up to here. All right, and that gives us a little bit longer of a run-in where I'm pretty sure we could get a train to sit right there. Not that that's even really that important. And then this guy can turn whenever we want. Let's turn this other one first. This guy will have plenty of run-in. You know what? I'm going to run that long. There. Let's delete these two pieces. So that should be trains in with at least a possibility of sitting a train there. Now, if we sit a train there, we're going to block this road off, but I'm kind of okay with that. Now, is this is signaled? No. Yeah, yes. This is signaled enough. I'm going to get rid of this because I think that's just going to cause problems. And then, yeah, these... You know what, I purchased that thing, and it's all good, but at the same time, I think I have to change. I either have to put a crisscross here. Yeah, I think I will put a crisscross here. Just to get it so that it... So these guys can switch directions. Come on. All right. And then I'm going to commit to all that track after you guys have a chance to look. So we got mechanical components coming out. We've got steel going in. That's the only thing we need, right? Just double check. When the game save gets done interrupting me. Yeah, just steel. So we could get a special steel train to just bring steel from there to there. So I don't even think we really need all of this. But hey, if we ever really wanted to ramp it up, you know, it's done. It's not going to cost us that much extra. So we'll have to electrify all of these tracks at some point. All right, so let's commit to some railroad tracks. Now, I did put railroad tracks up here. I want to try to get in the habit of doing that. And then just, yeah, very temporarily, let's chain. Yeah, we don't have any signals here. So that's a chain and that's a chain in. So we're going to chain all of these two-way just to be difficult, even though I chained, like just earlier, I kind of cheated the whole thing, right? Yeah, so we're chained all the way up to here. So once a train gets in there, see, it's going to stop any other train from coming in. So we should be able to. These guys were working on down here, but I think I might just have the other ones from the other side of the world finish that up. And then the problem will be, yeah, these guys are going to come out. See, like there's 8 trains. See, like if we were to send this train out, it could, like, see, now they're chaining each other through here. Now, why is that guy stopped there? Because this guy's still up ahead. Okay, there he goes, yeah. So I think, well, let's just see how this goes. We're going to hopefully catch it when there's not too many trains. Let me close this. I may just build this crisscross, to be honest with you. And because it might become a nightmare really quickly. All right, I think this would be a good time to assign them. All right, so we're going to assign this to be done first. And then we're going to assign these 2 to be done. And let's hope they do that in some kind of sensible order. Now, did this get done and we don't care? Can we put a decoration in the middle of there now that we made a nice square out of it? Yeah, I don't think we can get the big Soviet emblem in there. Maybe we can't. Nah. How about a hammer and a sickle to get the work sign? Can we get a little one? There we go. Which way should it face? I guess it should face this way. It doesn't really matter. Right? Is that nice? And then we can get, well, those bushes, I'm not real, those bushes, I don't know. Let's do a couple, like an acacia tree on each corner. Right? Did I get another one? No, what happened there? There we go. So we got 4 acacias around a symbol. So we did more decorating. How are we doing here? You know what? We don't have a paving crew working on this. I think that's part of our problem. And how is our workers? Are we? Yeah, we're happy here. Okay. Well, I could commit to the roads and the factory connections. And how is this guy geared up? Yeah, definitely for regular construction. Now, we had this other construction office over here. Look, we actually have a few vehicles in there, too. And they are rollers. You know what? It's really not going to hurt to assign those. We got we don't. You know what we could really use over there? Maybe is an open haul. Do we have extras? Yeah. Let's give them 2 open hauls. And they can just bring our roller and whatnot over there without it having to drive every time. And they got a dumper, so if there's any dumper needs, they can help with that. And then how are you guys doing on this road? We were already building the next 2, but are you all assigned, or is that just one guy auto-finding stuff? Yeah, let's get each of them focused on. You're the one that's working on both. Now these guys were also going to help me build. We have an issue. Let's turn off the wireframe for a minute. So I think, well, we didn't put power in. Let's get everything we need over there. And then I also want to check on our construction of that thing, that open storage. Yeah, see, I want to get these guys building this house as well. Now the question is if I move people in here. Alright, is anybody... Oh, people are working here. Are they getting their needs met? Yeah, they're getting their needs met. Well, let's see about moving a few more. These houses, they're not filled to the max, are they? A few of them are. Need a hospital. Yeah, you know what? We have a hospital designed right there. We need to improve our fine city of Neuve Revergrad that I keep bragging about. Oop, not that. That's... Yeah, they're pretty well educated here. I'll just get random ones because they can always... So the idea with these houses... Yeah, so this is full... Is that they would hopefully provide more university professors. Yeah, so we have that maxed out. So we just have a lot of people over here want the university. If we're educating this many, let's see if we get caught up. But it certainly didn't hurt to get professors in here, as long as they can, you know, as long as they can get that. We're just struggling with this whole area over here as far as getting people trained. Yeah, we got students in here, and all right. Anyway, how are we doing on our open construction? Open. We're not assigned it. I don't think. No, because you're not done that road yet. Good Lord, what are you guys doing? I have one. Why aren't you? What are you up to over here? It's a vehicles depot. That was these guys. Yeah, you know what? Help out with that road because it's taking these other ones forever. Yeah, we got the connection done, so we're almost done there. And then these guys can get assigned some stuff. All right, you can do that. You can do this. I think I'm going to take my chances and even assign that one. Hopefully they'll get done the first one. The other guy, oh, the other guy's coming out the same. Oh yeah, we got 3. That's, well, we'll see what happens. Whatever. All right, so in light of that, I don't think we have fire protection over here, which is sort of one of those chances that you take. And this guy's working on that road. We might as well get him continuing to build into here, and then we might as well get the other one. Look at that, grabbing from our distance. Yeah, and this guy's actually more of the paving crew. Do you have open haul dumper? Yeah, that's all right. We'll get him working on these. Good, so they're assigned up. All right, how are we doing in Bricksville? We are... Yeah, this is the hospital. Oh, you know what? We need to... Look, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about hospitals, I think... Yeah, like that's enough ambulances. Holy bejesus. Cancel current production. I figured that it would hit some kind of a limit, and you can definitely get a lot of little vehicles in there, can't you? All right, well, we have another little task. Yeah. Yeah, let's go take care of at least a little bit of this. So what I want to do is find my hospitals. And again, guys, I'm not anti-hospital. Oh, we don't have any ambulances here. Okay. I am definitely... Yeah, so I'll have to double click and then... Right, and then we'll... Just close these 2. Alright, so that's 2. And how many can we... It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to fill up all the hospitals now. That's the 3rd one. So why don't... I'm going to pause for a couple reasons. One, I kind of... With that phone call ringing, kind of completely lost track of time. And I don't think this is going to be too exciting for you guys to watch me go around to each of the hospitals. But we will have ambulances galore when this is done. in each of the hospitals. All right, and then it'll also give me a chance to add up the time of the video. I know I'm not over at this point, but I just want to get an idea of how many minutes. If I had to guess, it's like 50, I think. All right, see you guys in a minute. Okay, I was right about the time, 50 minutes into the video, and we have a problem. Let's come over and see why we have this problem. Now, is that... Oh, because this guy was allowed into here because this wasn't chain signaled. And a crisscross here. We don't need this crisscross anymore. So let's get rid of this for starters. All right, and then let's get rid of all of this signaling. All right, and then I don't know which way this guy's going, but let's get rid of this signal. Oop, that's not a signal. There you go. And then that guy will get out of here, and then this guy will be able to go. And then what I think we need to do is, yeah, part of the problem. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that extra track. Yeah, so this needs to be a chain in. This needs to be a regular out. This track needs to get deleted. And so does this one, right? So they're not messing up the works. And why aren't... Oh, you want to go that way? All right, so let's get rid of that signal. Oh, now you guys... There's a little fleet of ambulances heading out. Now, why are you stopped? Oh, because you're... Now, are you stopping? No, you're not stopping the buses, but do we have... We probably don't have buses here anymore. Or do we? Yeah, no, we have a bus. 6 workers. What is this? You know what? Might as well build that while I guess we put a vehicle depot over here. I guess we could park the buses there, but yeah, so why are we doing okay with people? Yeah, kind of. I'm going to switch some people from here to here. Because they're going to go over to that bus stop. So we just have people walking here, which is making this incredibly slow. Yeah, so we just have everything jammed up. Yeah, don't keep going back and forth. Let's put these signals back so he can only go so far. All right, so this time we want a regular signal out. We want, maybe this will free up somebody anyway. Chain signal this way. Can you... And then we got chain signal in. Yeah, so that should clean up this. Now, I'm going to pause it real quick because I want to get rid of all these nodes before a train gets in there. All right, so let's go back to playing. All right, so at least... I mean, this is a mess. Yeah, you're going to just have to wait your turn. And I don't really want to put another signal in there, but that's okay. At least you're not... You're fighting it, but... There we go. One of them's coming back. And then the other thing I probably need to do... Let's see what this guy ends up doing. But yeah, this crisscross is made, and I need to... Let's signal this a little better. So we want to chain in always, and then we want a regular signal back out. Oops. So it's going to let you up to that next signal, which is not ideal. Yeah, this is the problem when if you followed my live stream, you'll know I said, well, boy, I'd really like to get these things electrified. If we're going to ever electrify them, now is the time to do it. Because when you try to do construction on existing tracks, now this shouldn't be too bad, other than it has me thinking that we probably should even do another crisscross to get these guys into here. Or, you know what, instead of this, why don't we take advantage of this crisscross and have them get in here somehow, right? Because look at this train mess we're making. Yeah, at least we freed up this track. That's good. So it's not quite as bad as it was a minute ago, but we've also frozen up everything else when it comes to these intersections of cars. Come on, buddy, just get that done. You know, probably start doing that dumb thing where they usually work backwards. But then the good thing about that is they just tend to disappear after they do that. But I think we definitely need to get some signaling. I could probably already put it right here just to isolate this track out. And then I think if I think that guy's past the point. Why don't I do that? Yeah. That just caused him to disappear. And we can reassign stuff in a minute when we're get a little bit of recovery happen there. Now, are we done this road? Yes. So you need to be assigned, I guess, the next section of road. And then we'll get your buddy over here that's actually got a roller to help you. All right, so let's close that one, and then let's go over to roads real quick. And complete that now. Yeah, I don't want to complete that other one, but I need to commit to these roads. Probably should go and commit to these connections while we're here. All right, so now we can assign this guy to do this road. And might as well get the other one helping. Got a lot of trains stacked up there. Let's see if we didn't create some kind of a unworkable mess. Yeah, see, when they... Yeah, so we're just all jammed up. Who do we need to let go? Yeah, the problem now is this train sitting in here. Yeah, let's see, can we get somebody going? Let's get you going with a regular signal. All right, because I think we're gonna... Yeah, that should be a chain. This should be a regular. We're just going to go back to figure out a different way. And yeah, this could be a chain. But I think we're going to do this different, even though we just built this. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of this. It's going to cause too many problems. We can do the construction from the inside, right? And then I can get rid of both of these for now. Just put one more. Right, and then we'll have our crisscross right here, and I'm just going to buy this piece. But really, you know what? No, I changed my mind again. Oops, I just closed things I didn't mean to close. Yeah, we're going to get rid of this crisscross too. We're going to put the crisscross on the inside. Oops, no, I can't see. What are you stopped for? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I messed up. It does happen. As great a Soviet leader as I am, I did make a mistake. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of that and that. Let's get rid of all of this signaling for a minute. Right, so that will cause a problem here. We're going to make this
that doesn't want to be a chain. This wants to be a chain. That wants to be a regular back out, right? And then what we're going to do is figure out a way. Yeah, we're going to put some more signaling here. And this will do chain in. We're just going to have to, we're going to do the construction auto purchase. All right, so then from this point, and from this point, oh, there you go. All right, let's commit to those. And then the other thing I want to do while we're here, we might as well just bite the bullet and at least pass the crisscross. We're going to electrify these tracks. It's hard to see what you're doing. Right, so then we're just going to auto purchase all of this stuff down here. So this should all be electrified, so we don't have to send trains on the wrong way track. And right, as you're buying them, make sure they all look, everything looks electrified that you expected. Right, and then we'll put double chains here, and that should get us into there. Now, let's build some construction tracks so they can get to all of this, but they can't get to this. All right, there's no loop, so we'll worry about that later. But what we do need to do is get them into here. So what I'm thinking of is, well, if we loop them around enough, so it doesn't matter. They can come in on the one track. And this will just be for construction purposes. All right, and can you join up with this one? Now this is a loop, so they should be able to get in there and go every which way, but I'd also like to maybe get it to go. Right? So then that way they can get into here without messing up everybody and their mom. I mean, they're still going to be traveling. This needs to be just a one-way chain. Like that. Alright, we got all the other signaling straight. We got our traffic nightmare fixed. Things seem to be moving, if not quickly. Yeah, so we got signals in and out of here, signals in and out of here, chain. Yeah, this one, I don't know. Do we build a big loop or do we just auto purchase it? We can answer that question later. But now, having done all of that, we should be able to come here and assign this and this. And then, yeah, so there we go. So we got this assigned, we got this worked on. How are we doing over here? I'm going to wrap up the video very shortly. Yeah, good. We're ready to build this. I want to check on one more thing, and that's our electrification. Is that a word? Electrification? Yeah, so we need to get this storage done. So hopefully in the beginning of the next episode, we'll have the storage completed here, and we can get our construction going. Now, how are you doing? Are you... Yeah, you're still doing these roads. You got this done, so you work on that. Now, how about our trains here? Did we get... We got a standoff. Is there any reason we have any signaling in here? I don't think so. I don't care if they come head to head. Now, what do we have here? Let's just see. I'd want this to be worked on and that to be worked on. Good. And why are you questioning? Oh, because we still... No, you should be able to get there. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, good. So they should start working their way into there, build these bridges. You know what? Do we have a way to get... Okay, they went and built all of this already. Well, that's good. Yeah, so I think what we need to do... This is a loop, so once we complete the stations... I think what I want to do is just do a little... train track so they can get in and out of there to build that. All right, and that's a loop. So once we build the stations, like I said, we can get it all built. There. Okay, so we got that straightened out. And then, you know what? They might even be able to come turn around and loop into this because of what I just did. Good. So before we wrap it up, let's go down here and see. See, these guys are doing a good job of, until they get this done, they shouldn't have too many issues. Yeah, so are you, what are you guys doing? Oh, unfinished railroad. No, I didn't want that. Are you guys driving back and forth? And I just missed you? It's a long way to go. Yeah, there they are. Okay, good. So what I wanted to do was get them, you know, in here electrifying all of this, which they are. I just wanted to make sure that was getting done. And yeah, well, we've sort of run out of time here. It's the normal time video. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Thank you for all the likes. There is something weird happening with YouTube as I record this video. I don't know what to say. It's just weird. I can't open some of my old videos to edit them. And not that I edit them very much, but I just can't even open them to change anything. And I don't know. Maybe I'll mention it in the beginning of the next episode. All right. Well, thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye-bye.